In your University 106 class, I have you for week 3 in the Finding Background Information, looking your topic up in 3 different resources. This video is going to cover Gale Virtual Reference Library so that you see a demonstration of that particular service. From the library's homepage, in the Find area, click on Articles Databases. Then you'll want to click on the letter of the beginning part of the database name. So we're going to click on G for Gale, and then up here we'll click on Gale Virtual Reference Library. So here's the basic search screen for Gale Virtual Reference Library. This reference database has subject encyclopedias as well as some other reference titles. You can browse through various different topic areas down here. So if you were doing a topic on environment and wanted to see what publications they had, you could click on that plus and it would show you. There we go. It takes it a little bit of time to do that, but it would show you what you had available to you. Beecham's Guide to the Endangered Species of North America, Encyclopedia of Environment and Society, etc. So then you could click on the title and then either browse or search in that topic, in that source. But for now, I'm going to come up here to the Find button, and I'm going to search across all of the reference sources that are in this collection for articles that have my words in them. And I'm going to do something. I'm interested in dollar coins. I haven't quite decided on the focus, but I'm interested in why they haven't been successful in the latter part of the 20th century and the 21st century. When did they stop in the early part of the 20th century? Something about the history. Anyway, something about coins in the United States, dollar coins. I'm going to do this particular search. I'm going to tell you why I chose the things I did. Coins, actually instead of coins, I'm going to use a special character, and that's an asterisk, which is Shift 8. And that asterisk in this database will mean it will look for coin, C-O-I-N, and any variant ending. So it will pick up the plural, coins. It'll pick up coinage, anything that would begin with those 4 letters. United States, I put in quotes so that it looks for these 2 words right next to one another. And then the AND is a special command that says I want the phrase United States plus the words coin or coins or anything that starts with those 4 letters in the record. It searches full text, so it can sometimes retrieve things that aren't as relevant as you had hoped. Then click the search button. So this kind of putting the terms in, you can certainly just put in coins United States and see what comes back. This just gives you more flexibility in what the database is doing with the terms that you put in. Most of our library databases, you can use this kind of terminology, these kinds of special characters, and you'll be seeing examples of those as we go along. Okay, so we finally get to the page. It took it a little bit of time to load, and we see that there are 147 books, and or actually articles within those books. And the first entry, we see the title of it is called Currency and Coinage. The author is Stephen Bim, and it's in the Encyclopedia of the New American Nation. That is edited by Paul Finkelman, Volume 1, Detroit. Charles Scribner's Sons is the publisher, and it was 2006 that this was published. This particular article is on page 352 to 354. You're not very interested in that information at this point, but when it's time to cite the article. If you choose to cite this particular article, you'll want those pieces of information. Okay, down below that we have Coinage Act of 1792 from the same encyclopedia. Then we have something called Specie from Gale Encyclopedia of U.S. Economic History. So at this point, I can just start looking at the articles themselves to see if they're of interest to me. Any one of these would be useful enough to use for the purposes of University 106. Whether or not you actually use it for English 102 to support your writing is something you'll have to decide. So here we are at the article itself. Again, we get the same information we saw on the results list about this article. And then I can scroll down. I am still having a little bit of trouble with the mouse while I'm doing the video creation. So currency and coinage, it starts here, although the colonies occasionally minted their own money, and it continues to tell me a little bit about the history. It gives me a term, specie. I did not know that this term could be used for money in coin, so now I know what that other encyclopedia article was referring to, and I may choose to use that term in my future searches. This is the kind of terminology that I want you to be looking for as you're going through some of these searches of encyclopedia articles, or in the case of CQ Research, or a database. This gives us a map of a particular war, and down at the bottom then we have some terms. It says see also. These are articles within this encyclopedia that have something to do with the same topic, and so I might choose to click on any one of those and look at those articles and see if, for my purposes, they give me further information. Also notice the bibliography, so you may from this place identify something that looks useful for you and then look to see if we have this book. These are all books. You could look to see if we have any of these books in the library collection by using the WorldCat Local. We will be covering that in week 4. Also, if you do find a bibliography, make a note of it, because there will be a future assignment that has you looking for useful sources from bibliographies that you've run across in your searches. So take note of that for a future assignment. This source citation is pretty close to MLA 6th edition, so you would be able to copy and paste that particular citation. Some of the databases may have helps for you, and some of them don't. You always want to kind of take a look and make sure that it's consistent with what you're doing with your other citations. But you'll notice you've got the author, you've got the article title, you've got the name of the encyclopedia, the editor, the volume, place of publication, publisher, the year, the page numbers, where it came from, Gale Virtual Reference Library, who the publisher is, what location you got it from, when you got it from, so August 31st, and then the URL that would take you directly to this site again. So that's basics. It covered a few different things. It helps you with citations. Hopefully you'll find a bibliography at some point and make a note of it for a future assignment. Gives you a little bit of information about searching the database and shows you a little bit about what's available to you. So good luck with your research and searching for your particular topics. I look forward to see what you find.